Hi, I thought you'd like to see the Solex today and for me to give it a run. Big news, I've managed to license it. What I did was bought an old bike and had it changed to this one. So now the Solex is back on the road. So let's give it a run. With all small engines, lawn tractors, motorbikes, you name it, it's a really good idea to actually run them occasionally because they don't like just to be left. And this one in lockdown France hasn't been out for a while. So let's start it up and see how it goes. So the Solex is a two-cycle, two-stroke bike, and you have to make your own premix. But I do something really special. Who remembers grass track speedway bikes? Yeah? But the main thing that you'll remember is the smell. So I make a premix using castor oil and it just fills me with joy driving down the road, smelling the smell of speedway, even although I'm only going at 20 miles an hour. So this is the 3800 Solex, and you'll know from a previous film that it was made in 1999, which was after Solexes were stopped being built, because this bike came from Hungary. Using the original Solex machine work and castings, it's terrible. They'd worn out, but the Hungary manufacturer decided to keep making them. This seems to be my starting problem. If I try and crank this over with this, listen. There's lots of binding and scraping. Could that be a bearing? It seems to have compression. Less tight. Ooh, it's really tight. tight squealing sound. Doesn't sound good. And what I found was the parts, the flywheel wasn't round, the cylinder didn't work, the decompression valve was terrible, the fuel pump was broken. It was just a heap of rubbish, but it was exactly the same bike as the good ones from the 60s, and you can still get parts, so I just replaced them all. The thing with two-cycles, two-stroke engines, is they're very simple. When they work, they work. When they don't work, they're a mystery. Much better. Managed to clear the dynamo, and so it wasn't binding, and gapped and cleaned the spark plug. Running great. You just have to kind of fiddle with it, get it working, and it just runs and runs and runs. Love my Solex.
Let's go riding on a little Solex. The sun is shining and I'm up for a ride. We can drive it to the ocean. We can park it, sit and wait for the tide to change.
So here it is, the Solex 3800, 1999 model, two-stroke friction front wheel drive.
I like the sweet sound the engine makes.
Handy carrier, pedals, brakes, twist grip, and the very important lift it up, drop it down onto the front wheel for friction drive.
Every weekday is a Solex day. Rain or shine, I ride it, I like to say.
You have the handy decompression switch. Push it in, lifts a valve up by a millimeter to decompress the two-stroke engine. Let it go for running and decompress for stop.
Let's go riding, riding on the Solex today. Let's go riding, riding on the Solex today. Let's go riding, riding on the Solex today. Let's go riding, riding on the Solex.
If you do have an unregistered Solex, my tip is find an old bike and get it registered as that old bike and change its make and model, insure it, and you should be okay. This one's insured for me to drive on the road. I have a license, a car driving license in France, which is okay for bikes under 50cc, and this is under 50cc. So unless I'm doing something really wrong, I think I'm okay to drive the Solex on the road after the end of lockdown France.